Hello, I'm Les Davis and welcome to the Mendip Hills. Over the coming weeks and months we're going to be doing a series of short videos by the Mendip Society about the Mendip Hills. We want to show you the very importance of this area, how it was created, what goes on here and some of the special bits that were in it. But first of all, let's take a look a little bit higher up. From this sort of height you can really see the extent of the Mendip Hills AONB, the Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty. It was created in 1972 and here we are about 20 odd miles south of Bristol. Well, here we are right on the top of Mendip. This is the trig point on Blackdown at 325 metres above sea level. Now if you've got a pre-1971 education, that's 1,068 feet. But I'm going to stick to metres throughout this because I think it's probably far more relevant. Now when you look at this place you think, wow, it's a little bit something nothing, it's a bit flat, it's a bit open. But if I sort of look to the eastern direction, my eyesight isn't quite that good enough, but the next highest ground is somewhere in the area of Russia. And if I go way out to the west, past the Bristol Channel and around the North Devon coast, the next landfall I'm going to hit is going to be the Appalachian Mountains in America. So when the easty beastie blows, it gets very cold up here in the winter, about -10 with a wind chill factor. But this place is something that is very, very, very special. During the Second World War, this was a little bit of Temple Meads and Cannons Marsh that was built 20 miles south of Bristol as part of the defence of the country. But we'll talk more about that a little bit later on. So what I want to do now is take a little bit of a trip around Mendip and see what we've got. From the trig point on the top of Blackdown, we're going to head north to the first of the man-made lakes, Blagdon Lake, and then up to Bristol Airport. From there we're going to head east across to the second man-made lake, Chew Valley, that was opened in the 1950s. Back up onto the hill again, we're heading south towards the village of Priddy, which is the highest village on the Mendip Hills. Down to Wookey Hole with its famous show caves and where the River Axe actually rises from beneath the rocks. Then we go northwest to Cheddar and Cheddar Gorge, which is famous throughout the whole world, mainly for cheese, but the gorge itself was created about 10,000 years ago at the end of the last ice age, and we'll be talking more about that one later on. Then come back here to the trig point again. Looking up the top here, it looks fairly featureless, but there's an awful lot of stuff here. A lot of features, there's a lot of history, there's a lot of things that have happened long before we've been around, and to get the best out of any walk and being up on, especially being on Mendip, you want one of these. All right, now this is animal skins and flint nose technology, which is something that I'm very, very familiar with, but nowadays you can actually get an app that you can download. So what you need to do is you've got to get your mobile phone out and you can click onto this and download the app of the map. But don't ever chuck this one away, because if the battery goes down or something happens, you've still got the animal skins and flint nose technology. Let's have a look and see what's inside. Yeah, pretty confusing really at first sight. Would you believe that this is almost like an aerial photography job? They've taken a picture of it from way up there, but they've actually done away with the pictures as such, and they put a whole load of symbols on it. So you've got lines for contours, the height above sea level, you've got green for woodland, you've got roads that are marked, you've got lanes that are marked, you've even got field boundaries that are marked, and things like we're stood on here at the moment called tumuli, they're marked as well. Open up the map and look, this is where we are, 325 metres above sea level. And here's the same view on the app. The detail on this map is quite incredible. It tells us here, look, it was a Roman fort. You can just about make out a square enclosure within the field, which is part of Townfield. And then you've got Shake Hole, which is a mine. The disused mines that are down here. contour lines which show you the height that you are above sea level. And then if we get my stubby finger on here and I just move this over a little bit, yeah, there's an adventure base further down. And what's not to like about a place called Velvet Bottom? Well, that's the end of the first video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Come back and see us again for more of the history, the mystery, the myth and the magic of Mendip. Bye now.
If you'd like to find out more, go to www.themendipsociety.org.uk or search for us on Facebook.